Hello everyone! So, continuation ito nung ating first video about sa hypothesis testing. Okay, so today, ang i-discuss ko is about comparing the sample mean and the population mean in a large sample size. Okay, so take note, large sample size meaning yung N natin is more than or equal to 30. Okay? Kasi meron tayong dalawang types of test na ginagamit sa hypothesis testing, yung Z-test and the T-test. Okay, so Z-test, ginagamit siya kapag large yung ating sample size or yung N, kapag more than or equal to 30. Pero kapag less than 30, ang gagamitin natin is T-test. Okay, so in this video, magpo-focus lang muna tayo doon sa pag-compute kay Z-test. Okay? In many instances, when we are testing the hypothesis, we want to find out if the mean difference is statistically significant or not. So, the z-test can be used for this purpose. Generally, the z-test is used when the following conditions are satisfied. Okay, so 1, kapag yung ating population standard deviation is known or given. And 2, if the population standard deviation is unknown, but the sample size is sufficiently large. Kapag yung N natin is greater than or equal to 30. So, kapag hindi given yung ating population standard deviation, so pwede natin siyang palitan as sample standard deviation. The z-test of one sample mean is used when we want to test if the sample mean differs significantly from a population mean or hypothesized mean. Okay, so si z-test, yan yung ginagamit natin to compare the sample mean and then the population mean. So yung formula for that is z is equal to x bar, this is the sample mean, minus mu, this is the population mean, times the square root of n, and that is the sample size, all over the sigma or the standard deviation of the population. So, ito yung formula na gagamitin. Okay? So, yung makukuha nating value using this formula is what we call the test value. Okay? Si test value yung i-compare natin kay critical value para malaman natin kung kailangan ba nating i-reject or i-accept si null hypothesis. Okay? So, ano ba muna yung critical value? Saan naman natin siya makukuha? Okay, so this table shows the critical value of Z for the given type of test and level of significance. So, para malaman natin yung critical value of Z, kailangan alam muna natin kung anong type ng test meron tayo. Kung two-tailed test pa to or one-tailed test. Okay? Then, dapat alam din natin yung ating level of significance. Okay? Yung ating alpha. Then, usually, ang ginagamit doon is yung 0.05 or 0.01 alpha or level of significance. Okay? So, itong dalawa yung palaging nagagamit. Okay? Pero meron din diyang ibang level of significance na pwedeng gamitin. Okay? And we can use this table in both t-test and z-test. Okay, so kapag t-test, yung iyong gamit na test or formula, dito ka lang titingin. Diba? Sa DF or degrees of freedom, hanggang dito sa 1,000. Lahat ng number na sakop niyan, ito. Okay? So, yan yung critical value. Diyan ka titingin. Pero kapag z-test naman, yung gamit mong test, dito ka lang titingin sa pinakahuli. So, merong z. So, yung last row niya. Bago yung itong mga percentage. Diyan ka lang titingin. Okay? Then, naka-indicate na rin dyan kung what type of test. O pwedeng one-tailed test or two-tailed test. Okay? So, magbigay tayo ng example. Okay? For example, yung ating level of significance natin is 0.05 with two-tailed test. Okay, so two-tailed siya. Okay. So, ano yung kanyang critical value? Okay. So, titingin ka dito sa two-tailed. Kaya dito ka lang. Then, nahanapin mo si 0.05. So, ito si 0.05. Yan. And then, tingin ka dito sa Z, since nasa Z-test tayo. Okay, yung critical value niya is 1.960. Okay? Since two-tailed yan, positive and negative, 1.960. So, ganun lang. Okay, so another example. Okay, 0.01 level of significance, for example. Then, yung type of test is one-tailed test. Okay, so one-tailed test, o pwede siyang right-tailed test or left-tailed test. So, for example, left-tailed tayo, nasa left. So, kapag left, that is negative. Kapag right, positive. So, ano yung ating critical value? Since one-tailed yan, ay left-tailed, so negative yan. Okay, so hanapin natin doon sa row ng one-tailed. Dito. So, hanapin natin si 0.01. Ito si 0.01. Then, kung saan lang siya tumapat, doon sa pinakababa, which is 2.326. Okay, so yung equivalent critical value no 0.01 level of significance in one-tailed test is negative 326. Then, kapag right naman yan, halimbawa, right-tailed test yung given, so magiging positive lang siya. So, gagawin mo lang siyang positive. So, ganun lang yung pagkuha nung critical value using this table. Okay, so, now let's have an example. A new drug on the market is claimed by its manufacturer to reduce overweight women by 4.55 kg per month with a standard deviation of 0.91 kg. 30 women chosen at random have reported losing an average of 4.05 kg within a month. Does this data support the claim of the manufacturer at 0.05 level of significance? Okay, so dito yung claim ng manufacturer is nare-reduce daw yung mga overweight women by 4.55 kg per month doon sa kanilang bagong gamot. Okay? Okay, so kailangan natin i-justify kung tama ba yung claim niya na yun. Okay? So, we have 5 steps in testing the hypothesis. Okay, so first step is to state the null and alternative hypothesis. Okay, so recall lang tayo ng konti doon sa pag-state ng null and alternative. Okay, so null hypothesis always contain equality. So yung sign na ginagamit dyan is laging equal sign. Okay? Kay alternative hypothesis naman, never contain equality. So, ano lang yung ginagamit sa kanya? Po pwedeng not equal, po pwedeng greater than, po pwedeng less than. So, ito yung mga sign na gagamitin. Okay, so doon sa problem, kapag wala kayong nakitang less than or greater than, ang gagamitin natin na sign for alternative hypothesis is not equal sign. Ganun palagi. Para hindi malulito. Pag walang nakitang less than or greater than dun sa problem, ang gagamitin mong sign for alternative is not equal sign. Okay? Okay, so now, state natin yung null and alternative hypothesis ng problem na to. Okay, so yung ating null hypothesis, okay, so mu is equal to, that is 4.55. Lagi siyang equal, ha? So, this is the claim of the manufacturer. Okay. So, si null hypothesis, yung itetest natin kung tama ba. Or kung kailangan ba natin siyang i-accept or i-reject. Then, next is the alternative hypothesis, H sub 1 or H sub A. Okay. So, wala tayong nakitang less than or greater than na word dun sa ating problem. So, obviously, yung ating mu is not equal to 4.55. So, ito yung ating alternative hypothesis. Okay. So, next step. Okay. So, step 2, identify the appropriate test to be used and critical value at a specified level of significance. Okay. So, yung type of test na ginamit natin, ang gagamitin natin is two-tailed test. So, bakit two-tailed test? Okay, so remember, malalaman natin yung type ng test using the symbol na ginamit natin kay alternative hypothesis. So, kapag ang ginamit natin doon is not equal sign, meaning that is two-tailed test. Pero kapag less than or greater than yung ginamit natin na symbol for alternative hypothesis, that is one-tailed test lang. Okay? Then the given level of significance is 0.05. Then the critical value. So malalaman natin itong 1.96 using this table. Okay? So si 0.05, hanapin natin siya kay two-tailed. So ito ating two-tailed. Okay, so diyan tinanapin si 0.05. Okay? Then kung saan siya tumapat dito sa Z. Okay, so that is 1.960. Since two-tailed siya, dalawa yung kanyang sign. Positive and negative 1.96. So, ito na ngayon yung ating critical value. Okay? So, ngayon, pwede na natin siyang i-plot dun sa ating normal curve. Okay? So, si negative 1.6, so assume natin na nandyan siya. Okay? Then, si positive 1.96. Okay? So, shadean mo ngayon yung tail ng ating curve. Okay, so yung shaded part dyan, so ito. That is the rejection region. Okay? Okay, so meaning, kapag nag-fall dyan yung ating test value na kukumputin, dyan sa mga shaded parts na yan, ibig sabihin, we need to reject the null hypothesis. Pero kung hindi naman mag-fall dyan sa shaded part na yan, yung ating test value, okay, meaning, we need to accept the null hypothesis. Again, laging null hypothesis yung ating tinitest. Kasi si alternative, backup mo lang yun. Okay? Okay, so next step is to compute the test value. So, gagamitin natin yung formula ni Ztest. Kasi nga, yung n natin is more than or equal to 30. So, kaya Ztest yung ating gagamitin. Okay, so para mag-compute natin itong test values, kailangan natin i-identify yung sample mean, population mean, yung n, and then yung standard deviation. Okay, so ito yung mga given. Okay, so yung ating sample mean, okay, so nasa problem naman ito. Okay, so population mean is 4.55, then yung standard deviation niya is 0.91, then 30 women, meaning yung N natin is 30. Then yung average daw ng sample na yon is 4.05. Okay, yung sample mean 4.05, population mean 4.55, yung sample size is 30, then yung standard deviation is 0.91. So, now substitute all this given to the formula. Okay, so yung sample mean natin is 4.05 minus 4.55 times the square root of 30 all over 0.91. Okay, so kapag kinumpute natin yan using our calculator, we will get negative 3.01. So, yung ating test value is negative 3.01. So, ito na ngayon yung i-compare natin doon kay critical value. So, titingnan natin kung saan siya mag-fall, kung doon ba sa rejection area or hindi. Okay? Okay, so step 4, make decision whether to reject the null hypothesis or not. Okay, so since nakuha na natin si critical value and then the computed value or the test value. Yan. So, pwede na natin to i-plot doon sa ating normal curve. Okay, so yung shaded part na yan, so again, malalaman yan using the critical value. Since positive and negative 1.96. So, nandito si negative 1.96, then positive 1.96. Then, si test value na negative 3.01. So, maglalay siya dito ngayon. So, nandito ngayon si 3.01. Okay, so ibig sabihin, pasok siya doon sa ating rejection region, yung may shaded part. Ibig sabihin nun, kailangan nating i-reject si null hypothesis. Okay? Since the computed value or the test value that z is equal to negative 3.01 fall within the rejection region, we reject the null hypothesis. So, hindi natin i-accept si null hypothesis. Okay. So, kung rejected itong null hypothesis, ang i-accept natin ngayon is si alternative hypothesis, meaning there is no enough evidence to support the claim of the manufacturer about the new drug. Okay? Okay, so step 5 or yung ating last step is to make a conclusion. Okay, so recall lang muna tayo about sa null and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis meaning there is no significant difference between the two means. Okay, sample mean and then kay population mean. While the alternative hypothesis meaning there is a significant difference between the two means. Okay, so meaning since we reject the null hypothesis, so hindi natin siya tinanggap, we can conclude that there is a significant difference between the sample mean and then the population mean. Okay, thus, the manufacturers claim that the drug reduces overweight women by 4.55 kg per month is incorrect. So, mali yung claim niya na nare-reduce daw ng 4.55 kilogram per month. Okay, so that is our conclusion. Okay, so that's it. Thank you everyone.